Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Post Show where we talk about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. It's your boy Stevie Hayes. Before we do anything, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you know when we post. So today, I'm here to talk to you guys about the Fantastic Four because there have been some rumors kind of circulating around, and I know that I'm pretty sure I talked about this a couple of months ago, but there's kind of been a little more news kind of circling around this, so I wanted to talk to you about this. So some new plot points and info have come out about the Fantastic Four. So there have been some rumors on the villains and like the plot for this film. So the new report from the insider Jeff Snyder, he's been kind of running his mouth a lot. He says this: I am told that Max Shackman is planning to go very cosmic, lots of 1960s elements, and will have Silver Surfer and Galactus, and also that Reed Richards and Sue Storm will be parents in this film. Okay, so some of my thoughts about this, because this is very interesting to kind of see this in our MCU, and I do have a lot to kind of say about this because it's very interesting. So I understand why they would go this route, right? I totally get it. And because they are in a position where they can kind of, we're like that they're like, we can go either of two places, right? So either they can try to introduce, Doctor Doom and go to, but like we've already gone down that road twice, with the Fantastic Four with Chris Evans, and then the failure of a Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan, right? Or they have the ability to go a different route and take maybe the same approach that they took with T'Challa and Black Panther. And when I say that, it's like, it could be similar to where T'Challa was already the Black Panther in Civil War. So when we get to the Black Panther movie, that president is already set in stone. So it kind of makes it a better story rather than us just seeing another origin film, right? So I am 50-50 with that idea, with them kind of going right into them being the Fantastic Four. But I do have a couple of issues that need to be addressed before you want to thrust them into having a film with them like going on basically an off-road mission. So first off, if the Fantastic Four is birthed in the MCU, how will they have enough credibility by this point from the powers that be to go on these off-road missions? Because it's not like you can just wake up, build a spaceship in the MCU and just fly out of there. There are, their sword and shield might be coming back, and there's so many other forces that play a role. I mean, even like Thunderbolt Ross. I mean, he's looking like he's going to have a really big role in the world powers. There's so many other powers that you're going to have to talk to be able to get out there. So how are they going to build that? If they just, if we just see them coming powerful, or how is it going to make sense in the timeline that they're going to be here, if that makes sense? Also, in order for them to be this far down the line, it has to mean that they have been involved in a lot regarding, these leading up events in the MCU. So also, how are we going to see that play out as well? Because I would love to see how, all of that adds up into the story. And so this brings me to a question that I think Marvel knows, but we need to know: when will they be introduced? Because for this to work, they need to be introduced ASAP, because there has to be a lot to build in their intro for them to be able to go into a crazy mission like this in the MCU. But this also gives me a theory that I'm working on for a video that I'm probably going to put out this week. What if the Fantastic Four isn't from the 616, but somehow travels from another Earth to the 616 into MCU? They could be potentially traveling due to an incursion or due to something else happening, and they end up in the 616, which makes them the F4 of our MCU. Like, that is the only way in my head that this can possibly make sense of that. But, as I said, I'll make a third video trying to kind of break that down. But there has to be some type of part, and maybe the Fantastic Four's origin is basically done in a minor, faster way in another movie. I don't think that's possible, because if we're getting Doctor Doom and all of these characters, how are we going to explain that? So, as I said, there's a lot of explaining that's going to have to be done in other films, not just the Fantastic Four film. Because if this is centered around Galactus and Silver Surfer, then we have to get some fill-in area to see how they got the powers and etc. So, very interested to see how it works. I just don't think that with the Fantastic Four, you I don't think you can take the Spider-Man Homecoming approach, and just thrust them in like that far. So, and even with the kids, having Franklin, Richard, Reed and Sue having kids is pretty far into their story. So how they fill fill us in with all that, I'm very interested to see, because I do think fans will obviously jump on it, but it has to make sense. So very interested to see what they do and how they do it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Like, do you think that it's a good idea for them to, jump this far? Would you rather them restart the origin, or would you rather them even, start maybe in year 2, year 3, Fantastic Four? I don't know. But I'm kind of developing my own ideas and theories on that whole idea, because I do think that it could be problematic, but it can also be dope done right. So tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment. Please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell. As usual, have a wonderful day and peace out.